Live. Get it. Like, yeah, I've been, what I'm saying? This is number two now. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming consistently with these, I told y'all. But get it on this one. I got this original video. I got another banger. You know what I'm saying? Gonna keep it coming. This year. Yeah, the a little shaky, you know what I'm saying? But now I got my vibe back. You know what I'm saying? I'm lit. Let's get it, bro. I miss y'all. For real, man. So you can tell. Get it. It's gonna be a good year. Here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good year, period, man. Keep everybody raise y'all hopes, raise y'all vibrations, you know what I'm saying? It's collective consciousness. We all same page, that's what it's gonna be. Stay positive with this, you know what I'm saying? Don't let none of this scare you. Um Peace and positivity. That's all you need to vibrate with. Peace and positivity and love, man. It'll be okay. Let's go. No way. Really?
How many days until Christmas 2026?
No.
It's holidays in 2026.
Let's stop playing around. What do you mean there's no Christmas holiday in 2026? What are you talking about, Alexa? Because two different people asked you that, and you said that there will be no Christmas in 2026. It will be sending videos for entertainment purposes. I don't believe nothing that Alexa talked about because she was programmed to say that. Yeah, hello guys, check it out for yourself. It's gonna be my thing. I want to know. Why use Alexa? Because Alexa be saying things to me that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? You know it. Listen, you don't know what's going on here, guys, and I can't predict the future because I'm in 2025, like you're in 2025, right? But Alexa seems to be saying things that are not true, right? Let's not forget, guys, we're just playing around because 2026 is right around the corner. I won't be finished that game that you know what time it is. I'm gonna tell you one thing. If I ever ask Alexa myself, will there be a Christmas in 2026? And she says no, you gotta go, Alexa. It's crazy. Mm.
Y'all seen this yet? There's something going on in the Caribbeans, y'all, because Melissa just came through and destroyed Jamaica, right? And now, right, not just Jamaica, but Haiti as well. But check this out. Now Haiti's name says Haiti instead of Haiti, and this is a federal map too. This is the aviation map. They're showing you guys this is Haiti. But nonetheless, y'all, something's going on because this was spotted today and the weather started acting weird around this general area. People are still hearing loud booms around the world. And then all of a sudden, this pops up in the Caribbean. Did you guys see what's happening in Jamaica right now, y'all?
Brutalize the streets as if there was no limits nor rules. Whereas I'm experiencing a major fire here from West London.
Something is going on in the Caribbean, especially with Jamaica, man. These people cannot get a break. Look at the trees. The trees are barren. They're dead. And now something sparked a fire out there. See, I told y'all there's a lot of action going on in Jamaica right now because my friend just sent me a video of meteorites in Jamaica. This was just a few days ago. Remember earlier this year, this also happened, and now it's happening again. You know they talk about that dragon, that Leviathan waking up in the Jamaica, right? Y'all know about that, right? I literally just posted a video about a Jamaican guy talking about the Leviathan. But look, check this out, y'all. Look at this. Look. Look at the head. Look at the snout. Y'all see that? Jamaica's right there. And Haiti right there. That's why a lot of stuff be happening there, y'all. Y'all see that? It's literally the eye of the dragon, the snake. Y'all see that? And they talking about this thing is waking up. That's probably why that fire is there. Like the nose, y'all see that? The times are here. We are in prophecy. This would make sense as to why there's a cleansing going on in Haiti and Jamaica right now. But this is all part of the shift, y'all. I've been telling y'all, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Never thought I would see three of these guys in the same place, let alone this many.
Bad omen.
All of America. She won. I mean, definitely because bang, bang. They was free. They ain't over there on the ground. They all dirty. Over there in the smoke.
What do you hate about the government?
They're a bunch of liars.
Both sides, left and right?
Yes.
Is there an example of that you can think of off the top that really pisses you off?
Well, they insisted Hitler was bad, and he was not.
You don't think Hitler was bad?
No, not at all.
Okay.
There was no Holocaust.
Okay, well, that was wow. This was a left turn. I did not see that coming. So what makes you think that?
I've seen evidence. My Aunt Georgie was in a prison camp, and she told me about it. And there was no torture. There was no killing.
In a Nazi prison camp?
Yeah.
She was
a Jew in Germany.
And she told you that there was no
torture. There was no murder. They had films. They had an orchestra. They had movies. They had a soccer team. A Jew started the SS.
Think about it, he didn't get any.
And it does.
Murder.
The resulting earthquake stretches far.
Watch it.
Large extremities go 5% through the bedrock and some rocks at the windows.
Can't even see it, man.
Why are they hiding this? Look at these massive structures across Italy. Do you really think ordinary humans built them? And what about the giant tombs no one talks about? There's an explanation, and it's gonna blow your mind. The island of Sardinia wasn't just home to ancient people. It was said to be ruled by giants. Ancient texts describe enormous beings walking the island and building massive stone towers. Then it gets creepy. Hidden reports claim giant human-like bones were found inside these tombs. Mainstream archaeology says they belong to the Nuragic people, but others believe they were a race of ancient giants. The Nuragic civilization lived between 1900 and 730 BCE and built the Nuraga, huge megalithic towers still standing today, and the mysterious tombs of the giants. Even now, Sardinian legends tell of beings with incredible strength and advanced knowledge. They say these giants built everything, then disappeared overnight. Once researchers connected the dots, the truth was quietly buried to protect the version of history we're told to believe.
He said, "You know what? You're a good man." He invited me inside to his big game trophy room. He got animals, taxidermy stuffed, man. And I seen something. I saw something. I'm a big dude, but I saw something that was much bigger than me. Stuffed, taxidermy, missing one hand. I seen this. I seen these things on the guys. I'm merching this. When I seen it, the hair on my neck stood up and it gave me a weird feeling. Hey, man, what's this? You feel me? Like, hold on. Like, dude, gigantic, thighs, huge, shoulders wide. I'm like, damn. And I'm just looking, and he looking I see him looking at me. We didn't talk much about it. All he said was, the big old boys are real. They're out there. And I'm looking like, man. And looking at the face is what got me though. Because the face was like I'm looking at a person. But this wasn't a person. And every bit of 9 feet tall. And, I had to get permission to talk about this. I got permission to talk about it. I just can't like say the location and stuff like that. He don't want people sneaking on his property and things like that.
I personally feel like it was leaked. Specifically, the leaked that went on that boxing match because Anthony Joshua was also not supposed to win that boxing match. Jake Paul was. Anthony Joshua is doing a lot of things that Anthony Joshua should not be doing. So there are effects on his life right now because he's going against the grain. Anthony Joshua is not falling in line and listening the way he is supposed to. So they are trying to kill him.
And I hate the question. So what do you want to do in life? Restore human. Baby, y'all talking about careers, baby. God put me on this
Look at
planet
everybody who J.
to
Cole folks.
awaken our people. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, this is bigger than going to work a motherfucking job. I'm for the people. I might not really fuck with people, but I know what it means for somebody to come to home to themselves and what that could mean for the world if people was to come home to themselves and unite through our heart spaces. But you're not ready for that fucking conversation. So quit fucking asking me what I want to do. Bitch. I got this over here. Folks be saying, oh, because you're not in college or you're not, doing what typical people do in a typical ass life. I'm not a typical ass bitch. Okay? When God give you a purpose, some of us purposes are bigger than others, okay? This shit bigger than me and you. Cause this is for me, it's big. But I don't know. I don't know. I be like kind of irritated with that question. Cause then when you know what I'm saying? I don't have no surface level ass question for you. I don't want to be no motherfucking doctor. I don't want to be no lawyer. I don't want to no. I want to restore humanity for my people. Help my people understand their power and who they truly are. Bitch, are you kidding me? That's what I want to do. Thank you. The fuck.
It's time to get back to business. Y'all want to see all of the earthquakes in the last 3 days? When I told you that Levi is moving, watch this. Thanks to a comment from one of my friends on here, she pointed me in the right direction of this earthquake map. And it keeps up with 3 days worth of earthquakes. And if you look right above Venezuela, for those of you who follow me, you know the head of the serpent is there. But look where I told you the body is. When I tell you all, she is moving, she is moving. Now, we got to get back to business. Charlie Kirk, yeah, y'all know if you know, you know. But where we're at right now, we can't lose where we were. So we need to pick up with Levi, the earthquakes, and getting everyone out of California. Still prepare to move eastward, okay? That is not off the topic right now, all right? Charlie Kirk, whatever you want to believe, if you believe it was real, if you believe it was fake, you have your right to your opinion the same way he had his right.
What do y'all think? I think it was fake, sure. Bro. And I can't stand his wife, bro. The Erica Kirk. Something ain't right with her, man. In her eyes, bro, you can just see she a demon, bro. She evil, bro. And she's like she ain't really trying to hide it either. She ain't really trying to hide it. Like the world is wild right now. People blinded by that. I'm not they actually believe her. I just don't get it, bro. It's like do some people not see what we see? Do not people, we all seeing the same thing? Are we all watching the same things? Some people got like a different perception of it. I be thinking it sometimes, man. So damn.
So while you were sleeping, President Trump gave the order for special forces to strike Venezuela and capture President Maduro and his wife. I wonder why. Now, let's talk about it. Now, if you follow me, you know what's really going on in Venezuela. How far are they willing to go to keep this story going, to keep you blind about what they are really doing? We all know she's woke, she's moving, and when she finally gets a chance to move her head, Caracas will be one of the places destroyed the most. And where did they just get President Maduro and his wife from? Hmm. See, Pangea never existed the way they taught us. Whenever you hear about the Great Reset, this serpent is about to change positions, which will change our geography once more, and the continents, as you know them, will no longer be in the same places. They will be reset into new spots, and she will find a new place to rest. This is going to bring new land and a lot of water onto old lands. My next question would be, how do you charge the president of a country with drug crimes when it's a cartel that you've been chasing? That would be like charging Donald Trump for all of these drug dealers out on the streets. Now, if you ask me, they're putting on one hell of a production. Are you enjoying the story? But the even worse part of this is if Maduro knows what I know and what I've been telling everyone about, then he just left all of his people behind to meet their demise, all disguised as being captured by the Americans. Now that's a hard pill to swallow, especially if you're Venezuelan. And as always, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I wrote it down. I told you all, I'm trying to be a great producer, like Spielberg one day, only better.
Better. Oh,
Okay, y'all. So I'm back to tell y'all something that your mama, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle, and everybody else in between is not gonna tell y'all. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Those dragons. A lot of people are getting it mixed up. They're confused about how they're able to stay underwater and still be alive. Okay, let me tell you. Very similar to alligators, right? You know how alligators have to stick their nose out of the water when they go into brumation. Brumation is very similar to hibernation. That's how they survive when they are frozen in the water. The nose is up so they are able to breathe, right? Okay, right. You know one thing, my mind just kind of jumped to something. It make me think about, you know how back in the day, the slave days when all the slaves had to do was get to the water. Once they got to the water and they jumped inside of it with those crocodiles and shit, they frequency matched. They vibed with that. Them damn slave owners, those oppressors, they knew damn well not to jump into that water because they knew what the fuck was gonna happen. But anyways, back to this. Let me show y'all the map. Y'all know how in the gifted classes when they show you an image and it's about 50 images in one, they just want to see how tapped in you are to see if you can see it. But this is the nose of the dragon. It's out of the water. Those islands right there, what's that? Grenada, St. Vincent, all of those around. That's the nose of the dragon. hmm Okay, y'all. I'm back to tell y'all something that your mama, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, auntie, granny, and everybody else in between is not gonna tell y'all. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Venezuela. Okay. Word on the street is these niggas are Trump talking about all this strike and all this attack, all this stuff is coming from drugs. Drugs, for real. If you had any ounce of intelligence, or if this was just open, if it was open, you would clearly know that it didn't have nothing to do with drugs. Okay? And it has everything to do with the dragon. Okay? The dragon. Think about it. The oil. That's what it's about. It's about the oil. The oil is the blood of the dragon. We know that, right? Okay, right. Venezuela. Venezuela is is the largest oil reserve on this planet. I wonder why. I wonder why. Because that big ass dragon that's right there by Venezuela. And then a lot of people are kind of getting confused when I'm talking about Florida. Okay, so you got when you think about the landmass, you got Florida right here, and then you have the Caribbean Sea right here, and then on the other side you have Venezuela, right? The head of the dragon is in the Caribbean Sea, right there by Venezuela. Okay, close to Florida. That's where the Florida reference come from. You know what? I'm gonna have to put a map. You know what? I'm gonna post a map so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hold on.
That she is right.
He showed us the shoebox. He had the pictures of people being executed, but he also had a mask in the shoebox. And he pulled this mask out. The mask was a human face, uh, but the human face had the eyes in it, and it was warm. And the back of the mask had an imprint that looked like scales. And so this was very bizarre. And the eyes on the back of the side of the mask were not for my eyes. I know that. So it was something that, I can honestly, I'm a firm believer in Socrates' principles of, true wisdom comes from knowing that I know nothing. I don't know what that mask belonged to. I don't know if it was alien or a race that's maybe been on the planet since prehistoric eras or some secret government project. But I do know that was much more advanced than any technology I had ever seen. I don't think we could have reproduced that. I don't know how it was made. It was basically a living mask.
Okay, for those of y'all keep asking for me to draw it out. So, there's an eye here, an eye there, near Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The nose of it comes around here. It still has the holes in the nose, just like all the other pythons do. There's the bottom lip. Okay, this runs through Venezuela. All right, it comes through. Now, this one here also runs all the way up to the U.S., the West Coast. The head comes here, and it starts to go up this way. All right, hold on, let me wipe this off, and then we'll trace the top. Now that is fully mapped out, do you see it? Can you see where the head starts in the Caribbean on the bottom right side of the page, where the neck is in Mexico City and the body goes through the bottom of Texas, all the way up through New Mexico, Wyoming, to Canada. And if you keep looking over to the left, top corner, you'll see the tail. And the tail on this one has a barb on the end. All right? So I'm going to get a little closer for you all. Follow the earthquakes, people. Head, neck. All right, going through the body. Runs all the way up around to the tail. And the Bering Sea. I know you all keep hearing about having birthing pains. Bering Sea. Because in this area here is the cloaca of the serpent. And what's the cloaca? It's their poop chute or where they lay their eggs or have their babies. Bering Sea. And TikTok, none of this is real. It's all fake. 100% scripted. I wrote it. Then I mapped it out with my great imagination, like Steven Spielberg, but better.
Man,
Told you before.
I live in Mobile, Alabama. Like that's where my people from. You know, and it's not far from Florida. It's like we right on the Gulf. So I hope that thing don't move left. Come like it could go to America, it's Florida, and I see like we right beside Florida. Or it could go right, Venezuela. hoping and praying that it, man, praying for everybody. But, this is crazy.
West Coast, move immediately. It's not if she's going to move. She's going to move. And I promise you, when she do, from Galveston, Texas, all the way up to Alaska, it's gone. All right? Wherever she finally decides to go, it's gone. And the only thing stopping her from moving right now is Alaska. Alaska is still frozen. These are reptiles, huge reptiles. She is 9,000 miles long. Okay. And the width of California to Colorado, Yellowstone. Her body lines up right beside Yellowstone. Come from Galveston, Texas, and work your way up through Yellowstone. All right. All the way up through Washington State, Canada, and Alaska. All right. Canada and Alaska is the only thing keeping her still right now. Once Alaska thaws to the point she can move.
I promise you, on everything I know and love, that if you follow me on this, that you will begin to understand it. Everything will start making sense. That literally, fam, that we are in a firmament, but this firmament is connected to the bigger lands. The mirror is not outside of us. They want you to believe that, just like they want you to believe this figure Jesus is coming back. But it was always cosmology. Cosmology meaning that December 25th was never about Jesus. It was about the winter solstice. It's always about cosmology, the heavens. We're in this loving living space that is a controlled environment called the firmament. It's a flat plane called the earth connected to a sphere called Nibiru. Nibiru is said to be where the Anunnaki lives in the outer lands that's connected to these lands. Please get and remember that you're inside of a firmament, the ice wall, right? That has the Son of Man, which is the Son of mankind. You have the Son of the Father, the supreme light, the first light, which is in the lands of the Nibiru. I mean, the lands of Nibiru and the lands of the Anunnaki. That is connected. It's all one big land. This is just a 2D model of a 3D reality. This is why the Anunnaki, to get inside the firmament, they go under the water because the waters are connected. And that's why in scripture says the firmament separates the inner waters from the outer waters. Again, Nibiru, Son of Man inside the firmament, Son of the Father outside of the firmament, on the Father planet. The waters are connected, so when you want to go inside the firmament, they go underneath the water because it's all one big body of water. So when the Son of Man show up, and the Son of the Father, right, because he's on the right hand of the Father. Scripture says, I tell you, if you see me, then you see the Father. And then I show you this, and you still can't connect it because your soul is in an echo chamber talking about it's the mirror is a red planet. It says very, and it says a purifier. It doesn't talk about it being red at all. But everyone's in an echo chamber just trying to regurgitate the same thing so they can get views and likes and not really wanting the information. You go reread anything about the Son of Man, it'll tell you that he's in the clouds, that it's always cosmology. That's why they teach you that cosmology is demonic, is because like you don't understand the times that we're in. So again, let's reel it in some more. We got Ra, who is the father of lights, the king of kings. He is king, right? He is the son of man or mankind. Again, you saw them together. They're waiting for his return, and he has returned. That is why the Iran and the Israel war started right after that. They know, the people in charge know the signs, and they're hell bent on keeping prophecy too. Prophecy isn't something that you avoid; it's something that you actively. It's memory, ancestral memory, being able to remember in the past and also being able to remember forward. So this is why the father religion of Egypt talks about Ra and Osiris, and then Isis was the veil. At the same time, this was going on at night on Turtle Island. The veil, there she is, and it's Benny, and it's also red now. Because Turtle Island again was once called Atlantis. Now they call it America, but it was Amorica before that. You put them all three together, you have the Trinity. You have Ra, Isis, and Horde. It was always cosmology, always talking about the heavens. Then you have to remember 500 years ago, this was the perspective. We are just waking up in the chapter of like us being on Turtle Island, right? But 600 years ago, this was all a myth. This was, they saw just waters out there and they called it Atlantis, the land in the waters, out in the waters, the unseen waters. And what I'm trying to tell you, just like this used to be a myth, outside those ice walls, there are lands, period. And that is why they have a treaty over there and not allowing people to go over there because most likely they are already populating it. And that's probably where all these disappearing people are going because that is nothing new. That's what they did over here in Turtle Island 100 years before the 13 colonies, right? They were already colonizing all of this without the rest of the world already knowing. The rest of the world didn't know there was lands over here yet, guys. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So they're doing the same thing again. This is not like a new concept. Adler bird found a way out through the ice wall right here, and then they shut them down, and then they've been out there ever since. The size of the mirror is about the size of this. We live in the firmament, about the size of that. We have the Son of the Father right here, the Son of Mankind inside of the firmament. And the continent that used to be Pangea, when it was all one continent, is now split up. And we have 7 continents now here. But it was once one. Just like there's bigger continents out here on the land of Nibiru where the Anunnaki live, where we're in a controlled environment, where we have this initiation for our souls so that we can go back out here to prove that we can live amongst the Anunnaki.
I could tell you based off the things that I've seen. And what I'm about to say may come across as, well, how do you know this? You think you know it all, but when give me a second to articulate it and go in this full direction, so it gives you the greater picture. The the people desire to come back here because, in essence, this place is coming to its completion. Now, this isn't fear. I'm not trying to hope harvest anything or anything like that. But when you go back into history, you'll see that we have come to certain points within history where things have reached a completion. And this is where you get the lost civilization of Atlantis, or let's just say the lost civilization of the Egyptians and the pyramids, etc. Where did they all go? So what I'm saying isn't just like a mystical thing of yes, it's going to, but this has happened in the past. You see, we are in a state what people call ascension. Yeah, where more people are waking up to their divinity of who they are, and even the other side has said enough of this. And how do I know that? How do I know that even the other side itself has said enough and that this comes to a completion? Because everybody here is saying enough. And because everybody here is saying enough, they are the source of all things. They are the infinite. They are the very ones that give light and life to everything. When they say enough, they are the very other side saying enough. And so therefore it has no choice to be enough and done. You know, so people come back to show love from the other side and to help other people. That's it. That's it. Because you know what we're returning back to, and what this place, this very creation that we're in, the foundation of things, is will turn into heaven's reflection. It quite literally will. You know, and I don't have any way to articulate this any better, but once we realize who we are, all of us realize who we are, and we become the very that reflected here, then all of everything within this place, all of the cells, the electromagnetic field of this entire environment changes. And it changes because we influence electromagnetic fields all the time. But the more we bring in from home into this body, we literally it's a great revealing of that which has always been present in here, but seen and visible to everybody. More of that light spectrum opens up to everybody.
Man, we it right there, but it was a good one to start it back on, man. Um, his name's Darius. I forgot his last name, man, but great dude to watch and to listen to, man. He's teaches astral projection and how to do it. Pretty much the better way to into it, whatever. Like he does it through I mean sleep paralysis, and it's weird because I've been having sleep paralysis since I was like 5. It scared the shit out of me. But got to a point where I could feel for like if I wanted, I could feel like if I was about to go to sleep. I can't explain the feeling, but I would know if I went to sleep right then that I would have sleep paralysis. Like a feeling in your body, like you just weird. So I would try to stay up as much as I could, like so I wouldn't go to sleep because it scared me. And I haven't been having it much as an adult, but I, I do have. It's a way that you could. I thought it was 15 minutes. He said it was 90 minutes. If you stay still, completely still for it. I thought it was 15 minutes. Body shuts down and your mind stays awake. Like your mind, which it uses your body, tricks your body into thinking it's sleep, so your body goes into sleep. You're still awake, and that's when you may see visions. I've never seen too much, nothing crazy, but it's just the feeling of it, and just like probably when I was younger, that's probably why I was so scared. But it's just like the feeling of it, just it'll scare you, just not being able to talk and not being able to move, like what is going on. You feel like you're dying. It's hard now. You feel like you're dying, like really, quite literally. That's what scares you. So how he explains it, he says, don't get overwhelmed. And once you get too excited, it's when your heart starts really your heart slowing down, heart rate slowing down, and that's when your body goes to sleep because it needs to sleep. Your heart rate goes down when you sleep. So when you get too excited or get scared, your heart rate will start. It'll be what wakes you up. So you have to try to stay calm. You know, try to relax and know what you're doing. You say you just try to ease up. It's like you sit up any other type of way, or roll out. There's 3 different ways you could do it. Vertical rope method, pull up like you're on a rope. You sit up, or you roll out. Or it's like a 90-degree one. Is more complicated. But yeah, I've done my research on it, and I am actively trying to do that. So I'll let y'all know if I achieve it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If any of y'all have, comment down. I want to hear about it. You know? Yeah. I'll be coming with another one tomorrow. So probably 2 tomorrow. It's been good, y'all. Hey, like I said, Happy New Year. It's a new one. So keep it going. Let all this get to y'all, man. Stay prayed up. We vibrate high. You know, just my love in the world. 'Cause it's way too much evil. You know, shout out to Darius OG, you know what I'm saying? The same type of thing, but he's right. Holler at me tomorrow, man. I'm out.